it doesn't mean we gotta get serious at this point.
No, this is it. This is it, bro. This is game on. All right.
Welcome everyone who's gonna be watching this, and hopefully someone is gonna be watching. Because there are lots of people following the GTI golf or general golf community. Today I'm driving with Loran. No one else drove his car except for himself. Or you gave the guys who did the tuning, they drove it?
Well, yeah, my dad drove it actually.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
They don't like it?
Yeah, he liked it very much. That was way before we got it tuned actually. It was brand new.
Okay, so he was just at the beginning. Did he drove it later?
I think he did. Yeah, he definitely did. Because I was trying to take some roll shots myself.
Yeah.
So I was in the other car, so he was the person who I trust the most.
Nice.
He's the guy who was driving it.
This is kind of a second video with Loran's GTI, because the first one was the first actually video on my channel. Many miles have passed since then, and have you done a lot of stuff to it since then?
Full wrap?
Or except for the most obvious one.
Full wrap, and I just changed the wheel color. What else? I don't remember what I've done. Like, everything just kind of like merges into one another. But I think the go fast bit inverter or I think it's that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm really not sure, but I gotta look at my list.
Yeah, Loran has a huge list of modifications he has done to this GTI. It's like, is there really in the GTI world, is there anything else you would do to it? Or
probably big turbo, hybrid, preferably, because I've read that they are the ones to go for.
Okay.
And we'll see how long my clutch will last.
But that's like already right now, from what I remember, that's the second clutch, right?
Well, yeah, that is an upgraded clutch. It should handle a hybrid, but we'll see.
And right now you're like what, 80? You said
80. I'm hitting 85 soon.
85,000 miles.
Yeah.
Wow. And surprisingly for a GTI, I don't see any dash lights on.
There were a few, man. There were definitely a few.
Can you just turn them off, or you cannot deal with them?
No, I had to fix them. I had to fix them, unfortunately. As much as I hate it, but you gotta do it, because like, you need a car. You know, it has to be reliable, you know, to the point. Obviously, we just made a 800-mile trip in one day, so it needs to be somewhat reliable.
Yeah, true. And that's your daily driver, after all. So at this point, are you like tired enough of GTI to get another car, or?
Well, I'm gonna pass this current generation because, well, the upcoming generation, because I just don't know. I don't like the style of it. Maybe if I see it in person, I might change my mind. But we'll see how long this one lasts. Because I'm gonna try and keep it as long as I can.
Yeah, because even with the ST community, there are like two types of people. There are either people like committed of holding cars for a long period of time, or there are those that like drove it for, I don't know, 20,000-30,000 miles, and they just get rid of it because it's not really what they expected, and they either ask for too much or they just want something else.
I've been wanting a GTI or a Golf in general for such a long time. Since I can remember, so I can't say bad stuff about this car. I mean, there have been downfalls and like issues, but you know, everything's been fixed, and it just car goes. But it's funny though, most of my friends actually do have changed their cars, like 50, around 50k. I'm not planning on changing it soon.
Although they depreciate less than iFocus ST, for example, there's still like, don't you feel like you feel like you got your money already out of it? Well,
I don't know about that.
depends how you say that.
Yeah.
How much do you think, like, at this point, you have invested in it?
I don't know, honestly. Maybe 5, 6, maybe 7.
7,000. Huh.
But honestly, I don't think it might be that high. I was fortunate enough to get good deals on the parts. Some of the parts I bought brand new, so those were expensive. But some that weren't so, in my mind, so important. Like I bought used because where's the point if you're gonna buy a shield on the bottom?
Yeah.
The shield protector on the bottom, like it's really a shield. The only thing it does is just protects your oil pan, and that's it. But honestly, around 5, I would say. With yeah, 5. That was good. That was good.
You had the car for a while, obviously, since you bought it in 2015, right away. The Mark 7 came out.
Yeah, it was a custom special order. Initially, I ordered a 2-door.
Yeah, you were telling
However,
me that.
I didn't like it. I don't know why. I just the door was so big and it was just uncomfortable. So I put another order for the 4-door, and after a few months, the guys at the dealership come, hey, your car's here. I'm like, don't do anything. Just park it. I'm coming.
Yeah. Because I've seen actually around the area a few GTIs, the Mark 7 with 2 doors, and they don't look bad at all.
Honestly, I like the 2-door mainly because of the wide body. There's no wide body for the 4-door.
Oh.
And that's the only reason, thinking back now, if I'd known that, I probably would have gone for the 2-door because I really love the wide body, how it is.
Yeah.
It's I've seen some very nice cars done properly.
What about Golf R? Weren't you thinking of going that far?
I was out of my price range at that time. That was about it.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with Golf R's. Damn, that's loud.
It is, man. Tell me about yourself. What motivates you to do this?
When you see the statistics for how many people drive manual transmissions in the United States, and it's like 2 or 2.8%, you feel proud of driving a manual. That's one thing. And then I guess I'm still kind of transitioning to American cars, so I'm still kind of into the European philosophy about like a sporty hatchback or car, which it's got to be nimble, pretty light, and agile in corners. So that's about it.
Gotcha.
And I guess in case with my Focus STs, kind of the same thing with like you. I would probably go for a GTI myself because that's a serious platform for upgrades and working on, But it's like even with a good deal, I couldn't afford a new GTI. Let's say it would probably cost me around like 30 grand for a new one.
Right now, they're I would say pretty cheap, actually. Pretty good deals.
You mean for 2019, 2020?
2019, yeah. You can just get the base package Still comes with all the best bells and whistles. Like now, the standard thing about it is they have the LSD, the performance pack.
Yeah.
It's all standard.
Huh.
Yeah, I was surprised too. Although there are some cutting corners.
Well, there's gotta be. I mean,
there are. Trust me, the paint quality is not so great. Some of the things that I have in my car, like under the hood, there's like a protective something insulator for the engine, so it's noise canceling or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have that anymore.
Huh.
I'm sure some other stuff. I just can't think of it on top of my head right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're paying a little bit more for a GTI, but you get a better package overall. Like you've seen my ST, the interior is just so dated that I mean it's purely for driving experience. There's nothing really about the interior I really like, and it got a better, let's say more refined interior with the GTI. Because you're still kind of far from Audi.
Yeah.
They're more pricey, but you still kind of get the same.
To me, it's absolutely the same interior. Audi, Beamers, I rate them down as opposed to Volkswagen and Audis. Obviously, Audis is first.
We're taking the XC70. I'm sorry.
But Beamers, I don't know. I'm not a fan of their interior. To me, it's absolutely outdated. But Audis, Volkswagen, I love the interior inside. It's quality. It's German quality. For some reason, nothing. Like when you touch something, it just feels solid.
Yeah.
No cheap plastic, nothing like that.
Right, don't forget a left. Okay, we missed it. Okay, we're gonna take the
YouTube right here. Thumbs up from the guy over here.
Yeah. So make a left here.
I've gotten a few compliments from people, and it always surprises me. But it means I did a good job.
Well, you made it pretty unique, I would say. Let's start with this thing. It was pretty unique from the beginning, and now that you've added the wrap, that makes it pop out for sure.
It was such a fun experience to do. I mean, it was kind of forced to me by the COVID pandemic, but I was actually planning on doing it even beforehand, but that really just, forced me to play, and I did the full wrap, everything that I've done myself. The only thing that somebody helped me was the stripes. They had to be cut out by a professional, and I tried applying one of them, but for some reason it didn't work. But I feel like now I can definitely put them on. So the only thing was the stripe that was done by somebody else.
Okay.
But everything else is.
And you see, this brick is like mosaic,
Yeah.
It should look pretty contrasting.
I think we're pretty good, right?
Yeah. Let's try first like this.
I'll get my gimbal so we can.
Yeah. And start working. That'll be all for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I really apologize for the sound. Although I have the best settings I could possibly think of on my microphone, it looks like there isn't much you can do when you have a straight piped GTI. So it was pretty loud anyway. If you want to get more information on Loran's build, you can follow up him on Instagram. He recently started posting every single thing that happened to his GTI since he bought it, so you can give him any questions you have. Also, as mentioned in the video, Loran has done the entire wrap for his car himself. He also done a wrap for his wife's car as well. He enjoyed it so much that he's interested in doing more wraps. So if you live in Chicago area, you can send him a message through Instagram, or you can leave a comment down below. So again, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Loran, for doing this, and I'll see you next time.
Where's your tow hook?
There's the tow hook.
There's no? What? Are you kidding me?
Don't tell me you have one.
Yes, I have a tow hook.
Really?
Yes. How do you not have a tow hook? What, these things don't break?
Never.